Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I decided to eat chips as soon as I started recording. I don't know why I did, but such is life. Alright, so I'm glad we have a protect site mission, not one of the others. There's a lot to talk about. I apologize for not having an episode last week. Stuff happened. But, yeah. But things have happened, things are occurring. 4.2 is on the horizon, and there are a lot of opinions flying around, some that I can't believe. So, alright, so, I don't know. It's kind of a hard one, because, well, I haven't played the PTU, I just don't play the PTUs. I am going to play the game. I'm going to play the parts of the game that I want to play. And I gotta be honest, like, basically 4.2 for me seems like a giant nothing burger. Like, Stormbreaker sounds cool, and like they put a lot of effort into it, but I just don't want to do. It just seems like a lot of stuff that just is too is just too much. There's a lot to talk about with that. And frankly, like, a lot of things that I don't know. There's a lot of people saying that it's going to be Hathor all over again, because it is a sandbox activity, and it's just going to be this sort of PvE, well, really this PvE VP thing. I hate this ship. Really, I just am terrible with flying the ship. But that's beside the point. My experience with Hathor has been that it is a PvE thing, and you oftentimes just don't find people doing the thing, but I've never actually done the full Hathor loop, so it's not really completely fair for me to say. I've always basically just gone to one place to loot stuff, and maybe ran into some people. Actually, legitimately, maybe 8 times out of 10, 4 times out of 5, people are friendly. And one of those times I was the one who wasn't friendly, just because I assumed people weren't going to be friendly. Yeah, that was a thing. But yeah, it's in Pyro. I just don't want to go to Pyro. I don't want to mess with Pyro. I increasingly do kind of end up just being like, I kind of just want to just be relatively chill. Also, side mission for today's episode is to burn through all this ammo. Also, I have a Starlancer Max, and isn't it strange that the elevator arms don't move? I don't know. But that's beside the point. There are many things. Oh my god. To talk about with the... So Stormbreaker is a very... So basically, Stormbreaker is the 2019 demo, more or less, with the Sandworm, and, what the fuck just happened? Why is my speed so low? Why am I didn't move, I didn't like just mad dash scroll the mouse wheel down. And yeah, a lot of ammo to burn through here. I guess I should probably attempt not to shoot turret. Oh my god. That was bad. There's gotta be more out here, but we'll get to that when we get to that, I guess. I saw that, so basically one of the things is that for Stormbreaker you need you have to get a disguise. And it seems like there's some ways that you can trick the thing where you have to have basically an ID card, you know, in the scanning section. So that means potentially just bringing a corpse. And then they patched some things so they had to be alive, so you knock somebody out, and then, oh, but they have to be conscious as well, so you knock them out, and then you hit them with a med pen, and that allegedly still works, but I don't know as of this. I was watching a video from Mr. McCracken. I also have been trying to brush up on my salvo skills. Because, well, item recovery tier 0 is a thing, so I can use my fancy one, my fancy engraved gun, without fear of losing it. I saw... Really wish FPS radar and scanning was a thing. But yeah, so the scanner basically is a sort of thing. Oh, and also, well, just use the disguise. We'll just use the disguise as intended. No. The disguise actually does not... NPCs don't really work like that. Where's my gun? Shit. Panicked. And I'm getting shot from behind here. Ugh. It could have been better. Been much better. I think everybody's above ground. Cool. So, yeah, Stormbreaker is, I mean, like, it's the first implementation, so yeah, like, the disguise thing, there's no way that was ever going to work. There is absolutely no way that was ever going to, like, work perfectly in the first iteration. So it can kind of be forgiven, but just, like, right now, you would hope that for a live build, though, it would actually work. And I don't know if it works sometimes... most of the time, Just barely not every time, or what, but it just doesn't seem to me like... Yeah. And part of my issue with it also is that, like, in the 20... One of the things where they're talking about Pyro is that, oh, we're building these missions so you can approach them from different angles. So you could theoretically, just... Whenever they were supposed to get the Hadesian artifact, it's like, oh, well, you could just, go guns blazing, but there's going to be a lot of problems. You could just you could just buy your way into this thing. You could just, sneak your way. And like that sort of, oh, we're going to build this, as logically and realistically as possible, so there are going to be different ways, different approaches you can take, and like, it sounds like you have basically one option to do the entire Stormbreaker thing, which doesn't seem cool. Yeah, I also really wish... Remember when they had those, like, door breaching tools where you would just put it on a door and it would just pry the door open? I'm actually amazed I haven't seen too many people with these kinds of suits on. I assume you're not going to have anything super cool. Can take the pens. Thanks, bud. Oh, is this Oh... I see what specific pistol it is. I just want to know. Is this the... Oh my God. What is this menu right now? I assume that it's the One Empire Super Special Edition one. In which case, noise. Honestly, I think I'll take the helmet. Never have enough different colored helmets. Sorry, I don't know if I've been just completely accidentally dancing around it, but yeah, so apparently in 4.2, and this could change for live, but apparently they've taken out the bunker missions, the thing I'm doing right now, which, like, is real fucking stupid. Like, I mean, there are definitely sometimes still bugs associated with these, but, like, they are solid content that if you do mercenary gameplay, you can basically always fall back on. They're just, like, super nice, and a thing that, just a classic thing. Now, it could be that they are taking them off to revamp. They could be revamping them. They could be, they could be taking them off for good. I don't know. I can get one of these helmets normally, I'm pretty sure, so I don't really care about the Devastator. It's so sad that the shotguns aren't in a better spot. But yeah, okay, sorry. So there are a lot of things to talk about. The shotgun made me think of the Volt shotgun, which also made me think of something else. I don't have any opinions on the... I don't have any opinions... Oh my god. I don't have any opinions on the Prism shotgun. I've seen a little bit of it in action, but it seems like it's just a shotgun. It's not too crazy, it's not going to change the world. Personally, I don't too terribly love the idea of, like, manufacturers being so horribly married to some of these to some of these gimmicks. Like, I'm not saying that Vault shouldn't have this overheating mechanic. I'm just saying that, like, it would be nice to see Vault just make a regular energy weapon. I mean, for the sake of argument, I mean, it would be interesting to see Vault make a regular... It would be interesting to see Vault make my god, am I hitting high? I don't know. It would be interesting to see Vault make some other things. There's some regular guns, and maybe some other companies making, you know, high-end, or not high-end, the heat mechanic things. Did they just shoot my grenade? I have no idea. I don't have a good feeling about my... Not feeling too confident with my, Holy fuck, why the hell are these turrets so goddamn terrible? Like, this is stupid. But this is, like... Okay, this is, yeah, yes, a bug, but also, this is something that, like, should not be... Like, how are the turrets tagged up in terms of, like, factions? How are the ships tagged up in terms of factions that this makes sense? I might be able to get... Is this just out? What the fuck is happening? I'm trying to shoot. Does this thing not have ammo? What the fuck? Hello? What? Why can't I get into my inventory? What? Jesus. So yeah, and the thing about, and again, like, one of the things about the bunkers is that they haven't said anywhere that they've been taken out. I've just heard people say that, hey, I haven't seen any bunker missions in 4.2, which would imply that they have taken them out. And maybe there's a bug, maybe there's something else, but they haven't said anything. Makes me have to think, like, that they're just not above this kind of shit, where they just don't tell us, like, really crucial information that we really ought to know. Like, you know, the Vault shotgun doesn't exist. And it can't exist because they never worked on it, according to the monthly reports. Which is to say that they just didn't, for some fucking reason, they decided not to say that they were making a Vault shotgun. Which, like, why? Why would you not put that in the monthly reports? like, as far as I can tell, as far as anybody who goes looking back through the monthly reports who's like, let's see what these teams were doing, is going to be like, the weapon content team, I guess, just doesn't exist anymore. And they probably do, and they're still doing stuff. And, I mean, like, it is just like... I'm sorry, total unguided rant. The problem with that, the real problem with that, is that, like, this is supposed to be an open development game. I'm supposed to be hearing about development, and I'm not. And, like, that was genuinely that was a huge part of my enjoyment about Star Citizen, about the project. And, like, and it's just not there anymore. And it's just like, it's just really kind of just fucking ridiculous. Like, the way that the ISCs and the video content has been going, I mean, like... Again, there was a Reddit post that I really jived with. That was just like... All the ISCs have either been, hey, this is what's happening in the next patch, or it's been behind the ships, which is actually in front of the ships. It is an advertisement for for whatever new ship is coming out. It's not really doing talking at all about behind the scenes. It's not like, I'm not seeing any concept art. I'm not seeing any, developmental notes about it, about the ships. I'm not seeing, like, here are some things that happened, here were some rough spots, here were some ideas we had. It doesn't need to be an hour-long documentary, but I would love a 5-minute documentary. I would love a 5-minute documentary way, way more than a 10-minute advertisement. Okay? Is that fair? I think that's fair. I hope that's fucking fair. But yeah, let's see. And yeah, there's I don't even know what else to say. I mean, like, okay, so for one thing, back to the Stormbreaker thing. So, like, I understand why people are upset that there's, like, that this is just, there's a lot of sort of PvP choke point things, or a lot of these activities or events just turn into PvP choke points, and, like, at least that's the perception that I keep hearing about, and either that's a thing, or you get what I see with the Hathor group, which is they're just empty, and you just go and loot stuff, and, like, they're just, like, it's just not really fun. I mean, there is some tension there, but it's just like, this was just me going to a place and looting a bunch of things so I could get some stupid armor I don't give a shit about. There's some weapons that are meh. Like, it strikes me as odd. I could maybe just hope that, that the bunkers, maybe I think it would be kind of easy to turn those bunkers into some instanced thing. Clearly the location team has been doing work and has been doing stuff. Like, I haven't seen the Stormbreaker location, but I mean, and it also looks like it looks like it's heavily inspired off of the Good Doctor from Star Marine. in what I've seen, but that might just be very, very surface level. But yeah. Not too much else to say, I don't think. But I'm not going to end this here, because we'll see. Because I want to burn through some of this goddamn ammo. I'm sure I have much. Oh my god, inventory bugs and all this shit. You know what? Oh, it's also another thing. The Icties, the Atlas Icties. I don't know exactly what their deal is going to be, but I like. Alright, so CIG sells ships in game, or sells ships on the pledge store, and it's just a thing that we have to live with. People, there are people who don't like it, think it's pay to win. I would argue it's not pay to win, because in the scope of the game that they have held, like in the final vision of the game, a larger ship is going to be proportionately or exponentially more difficult to run. It's going to be more expensive to run. It's going to, you're going to have to, oh my god. Sorry. It's going to be more expensive to run. You're going to have to have more people. You're going to have more people. You're going to have more money. You're going to have to spend more money on hangar fees, on repairs. You're going to have to do repairs more often. You're going to have to pay more fuel. If you do end up totaling the thing, then you're going to be paying out the ass for it. All that. So, but that being said, still, in general, the idea of it does give you an advantage in one degree, in that you don't have to spend the time in-game to, you don't have to spend the time in-game to make the initial purchase. And also on the store, there's going to be warranties, so you never properly lose your ship. That kind of a thing. Oh, and the insurance is also going to be a whole. It's going to be its own whole, rework, or not rework, balancing thing. So in the ISC, they said that they implied that the ICTY was not going to be sold on the web store, and you were only going to be able to get it in game. I don't think they said. They did not specifically say that it was going to be only available, that the ICTY was going to be only available from Stormbreaker. I would not be surprised if they came out and said, hey, no, there's the ICTY and there's the ICTY Rad, and the ICTY Rad is the thing that is exclusive to these events. Why is everybody getting their pitchforks out? Presumably. Yeah, so, but there are genuinely people who were pissed, and I do think it was genuine. I can't be 100% sure. But I do think there were people who were genuinely pissed that the ICTY was not going to be sold on the store. At the implication of that, anyway. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is come full circle here. That, I don't know how much I can take, the community seriously after, a discussion like that, right? So, yeah. And also, like, and if we're going to make those arguments, I think how often people forget. Okay, so the flight suits that they sold, that had the, the one with the Star Kitten and the other brands and the Mariah one, like, they should not have sold those. They literally said they were not going to sell those in the store at CitizenCon, and then they sold it in the store. They said they were not going to, all the armor that was shown at last CitizenCon 2024, or 2954, whatever you want to call it, all that was not supposed to show up in the, they literally said, oh, by the way, this is all going to be, you're going to have to earn this in-game, you're not going to be able to buy it on the web store. And then you could buy the flight suits, and then you could buy the armor for, then you could also go and buy the tracker armor. Sorry. You could buy the special, super duper special tracker armor with that one pack. Limited time availability, but, still. And hey, also, the flight suits are still, only available. And, like, even then, it's like, they implied that those armors were going to be special. And sure, you can, and fairly so, can make an argument that, hey, like, they just haven't, gotten all of these things in game yet. Like, it's not that big of a deal. They're just working on it, like the armor archetypes and everything. But, like, dude, I mean, they've been talking about armor archetypes, since 2019. I mean, it's, almost been 6 years now. Like, and God, armor lockers? Oh my god. Like, listen. Sometimes it's really tiring to be a backer, to follow Star Citizen and just, like, see all this stuff that's just... There's also, like, what is the line between content and features? Because I think there is some fairness in saying that I don't see the consistency. So, like, the whole scanner thing, the whole radiation stuff, is that not feature work? And, like, maybe, like, is the Valacar... they did the Valacar, they did most of the Valacar and had the demo available. Or, not available, but, they were playtesting the stuff, at whichever CitizenCon, the 2023 one or whatever. Or no, the 2024 one, yeah. But then why the fuck... Like, if that was so close to being done, which I've heard it implied that it is... If that was so close to being fucking done, why don't we see it? Why didn't we see that? Why did we see a radiation version of an irradiated version of the Valacar first? Like, where did that come from? Why did that happen? That doesn't make any sense to me. And, like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to make of that, right? Like, it just seems... It just seems off. So, like, it does feel like, I don't know, it does feel like kind of a waste of time to watch the ISCs, because it just feels like there's nothing really of value anymore. Like, I mean, there's going to be some tidbits, and, a developer said this thing. Like, I think I don't know, they didn't make any, like, clarifications about, this developer said that Stormbreaker is exploration gameplay, and it's clearly fucking not. oh, we're gonna, like, oh, well, this developer said a thing, you shouldn't... Just, like, they have their own opinions, they're gonna say something that's stupid. Well, then why did you fucking put that in? Like, we've been doing this, we've had so many fucking, like, things where a developer said this, the Carrick killer, the Odyssey is a Carrick killer, oh no, you know, where, like, people reacted badly to that, and, like, you don't, like, do you just not remember these things happening? Like, are you doing them on purpose? I mean, if you're doing them on purpose, then, like, I mean, whatever. Really, at the end of the day, it's whatever, but it's like, it's just stupid. It's stupid, and I don't know how... I don't know. It's just like... At the end of the day, I just want to play a fucking game. And we're doing pretty good, but it also, at the same time, feels like... in my opinion, it feels like the stability thing is kind of going out the window. Like, I don't know. I think... maybe because I've tried playing more this year. It might just be because I've been trying to play more this year, and I've been running into more bugs and issues and stuff, but, like, I've had the most crashed desktops, I've had the most blue screens this year, like, just playing Star Citizen, like, it's not great. And, kind of I don't know, it's kind of a pain in the ass. It can be a pain in the ass, although this, I was expecting, like... Okay, usually I expect to, have to, like, fully restart my computer, every time I try booting Star Citizen up. I didn't do that with, this time, so it's theoretically doing a bit better than usual, but, you know. So, yeah. I want to do another mission, because again, I don't know, like, what the, and, yeah, sorry. Okay. Oh, I need to get a multi-tool cracked. No, I don't need to. Yeah, I should, but I'm not going to. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I... Remember, there was a missile change they made where they made the missiles extremely slow. They didn't tell anybody. I think they're... I'm not sure if they were in the patch notes. This was a while ago. But it was like... It was just like... Everybody was freaking the hell out because it was just like, what has CIG done? Like, everything's broken. Like, there's no, like, this is the end of missile gameplay. Missile gameplay is no more. Missiles are completely fucking useless. And they were just like, we're just in this one PTU patch. We just want to get some data. We just want to look and see how, like, we have we, you know, are assuming that this change is going to, you know, do things to the, is going to make missiles unusable. We're just, you know, doing that to confirm, right? And it's like, they could have avoided all the drama if they literally just said that was what they were doing. There was some recent changes to torpedoes that, you know, kind of the same thing. Except I don't think they ever clarified if it was going to be just a temporary change. Like, communication has definitely, just as a general rule of thumb, always kind of been CIG's weak spot, which is hilarious since it's open development. Like, I don't want to talk shit on the ISC video team. Well, okay, I kind of do. I mean, like, the ISCs are good quality, just like the actual content just makes me kind of sad. And it seems like it will for a good long while. Oh shit, everything's taken. No, fuck. How the fuck did that happen so fucking fast? Oh my god. This is not good. Should have done a bunker mission. Oh, also, there was the whole drama with the script, which I guess I'm kind of glad that I didn't do a video last week, because I would have been extremely pissed off about that, I'm sure. So basically, they were going to take out the missions. So, you know, Wicklow, and Wicklow's a problem. Wicklow is very clearly a problem that, like, needs to be addressed. So, they introduced the script. And the only, like, the idea is that, oh, this is a, you know, a faction currency for, you know, the, for Mercenary Guild and the, like, Criminal Guild. But we don't have those things yet. So the only purpose they have is trading them for favors for Wicklow. And that was a way to... What the fuck? Oh my god, this thing... What the fuck is this thing's deal? What the fuck? Why is it... What the fuck is this? Why is this still happening? This is so stupid, dude. So the script was not available. So the script in 4.2, they were like, yeah, we're getting rid of those things. So the script is completely fucking useless. It's a pain in the ass because the way that it's set up is just, like, you can only turn them in, like, 50 of the things at a time for one favor. You need, like, 20 favors, I think, is, like, the smallest transaction, I think, right? And so that's like thousands of script we're talking about, right? Oh my god, do I just fucking suck? Like, what is happening? Jesus Christ! Now this one's gonna go down super fucking quickly for no apparent reason. Come on, lock on. What the fuck do you mean? Ah, shit. I was totally at 1,000 meters at some point. Oh, I forgot to turn off the stupid fucking... Ah, god, fuck, shit, fuck. Where are you? Come on. So the script thing... I have an absolute love-hate relationship with this fucking ship. I love to fly it. I hate to fight in it. And I just need to come to that. Just need to internalize that. The script thing is really fucking stupid, because it's literally, oh, we're going to introduce this one thing, and it's going to be a, you know, a patch thing. Oh yeah, we don't care that we just don't fucking care that we're making this one thing completely useless, and that this is going to completely affect a large group of players, and like, to be frank, like, and like, that was, I was like, oh, when Wicklow first came out, I was like, oh boy, all these trades, that's cool. And then I saw the trades, and I was like, oh, I can't do any of this unless I have a group. And then, you know, the script was like, oh, this is something I can actually do by myself. Yeah, no, that's cool. And then, like, it's basically just a fucking ridiculous grind to do so. It's a ridiculous grind to do so, and the fucking patrol missions were bugged. Or bugged. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where the scanners, some just don't work sometimes. Why did I not... I thought I got rid of the AO3. It's whatever. But yeah. So, like, the fact that CIG's just... That's just their thought... That's their initial thought process as to how to deal with this thing. And like, Wicklow fucking sucks. Like, I don't want to deal with Wicklow ever again. Because, like, random RNG... Like, I'm gonna spend fucking hours of gameplay just for an RNG chance at some ships that I may or may not want. Like, what the fuck? And just, like, there does need to be a better transaction system, but at the very least, like, you know, you can understand that, hey, there's a limitation there with, like, what they currently have, and, like, it works, it just works poorly, you know? But, like, the RNG thing, you could literally just make it so it's, you could have made it so it was, yeah, do you want a Guardian? Do you want a Zeus? You know, and those are individual missions. And if they had to be global missions, then, you know, I mean, a lot of people would be taking specific ones. And you'd have to wait your turn, basically, but that's not the end of the world. It's far from the end of the world. And, you know, don't think I've seen an enemy come from that angle before. Interesting. Oh, it wasn't this dude.
Laying down covering fire.
Oh shit, grenades, fuck. Grenades are not... Yeah. Fuck! I fucking forgot about that. It gets you a crime stat because it's fucking stupid. Oh my god. Because you're damaging the ship, but apparently fucking shooting the ship isn't aggravated assault in and of itself. Jesus fuck. Oh my god. And this is a new thing now. I don't know why the fuck this is a thing, but it is. Well, I guess I didn't... Man, fucking, why the fuck do I play this game? Oh my god. Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's been a lot of drama with CAG. Just like, and a lot of people just fucking just don't like the direction that Star Citizen is going, and they just don't seem to have a good sense of how to handle the scenario that they've made for themselves, to be completely frank. Like, I don't know. I still have to call kind of. I'm still calling bullshit on the whole, like, oh, we're not, like, we can't make an ISC about, like, feature work, because, like, I mean, I guess it's maybe not necessarily all feature work, but, like, there wasn't any ISCs about, the fucking, the courts. There wasn't anything about the Prism. There wasn't anything about the Valacar. I mean, like, really what we got was not a discussion about the Valacar. We just got a teaser for it, and also some information that some people pulled the trigger and it just didn't fire, because that's unfortunately common nowadays. We still have the fucking player bounties that are like, just give you a fucking thing, because I'd love to do some looting here, but I don't think that's worth it. Ugh, God. I mean, that's my own damn fault. I know I know that grenades do that, and I just fucking forgot. But the grenades actually fucking work now. They're fun. They're you can actually do stuff with them. Or not. Don't. Okay, thank God. I was gonna say, don't tell me they blew up my ship. But yeah. So yeah, GG to... This might be the last time I see a bunker mission, which is gonna fucking suck. I'd be interested if they did replace them with, like, outposts or something, but that's, like, there hasn't been any indication of them doing that. I don't give a shit about these sandbox activities. I also, just in general, have kind of figured out a thing about myself that I just don't want to do large group gameplay, and, like, there's, like, a sort of group anxiety that I get with groups that are too large. I mean, I don't know, I haven't exactly tested it, but I kind of feel like I might even just literally want to limit myself to me and one other person. Me and two other people, I think, is good. Would be perfect, but I like, if it gets more than that, then it's kind of... And I'm just not gonna have as much fun. It's gonna be a sort of anxious thing. So, like, I don't know. I mean, if you don't like multi-crew stuff, then don't play if you don't like multiplayer stuff, then don't play a multiplayer game. That's kind of fair in its own right, except that's not what I'm saying. And I don't even know if this is... I don't even know if Stormbreaker is really geared towards, like, what size of group it's really geared towards, but I don't know. I don't have super insane insight into too much of anything, so I'm gonna get this crime stat dealt with. I'm if you're watching this when I upload it, I'm streaming. I stream Star Citizen on, on Sundays, and a bunch of other things, Mondays, Wednesday, Friday, and I actually just also, I haven't got everything set up, but technically speaking, I'm affiliate on Twitch, so that's cool. Yeah, until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.